started MCing first on reggae, like as a kid, reggae, roots music, whatever my dad was playing in King Original, that's the name of his sound system. So that was like my first entry into music. My dad made reggae, ragga, whatever. He produced that stuff. So then sitting there watching him do that was obviously tweaking something in my mind. Then I grew up, drum and bass was my first, jungle was the first thing I MC'd on. And then from there, we just went with the progressions, man. Garage, then came two-step, whatever, then what went on to be grime, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I started producing when it was garage, which was, little did I know, gonna grow on to be grime, like, do you know what I mean? So yeah. And in East, there's a big scene, man. Like, I come across Wiley back in the jungle days. And he's from Bow, I'm from Gate, house parties, all different raves. Like I'd seen him MC before anyone was anyone. So the same with Double. I've been to house parties with Double and seen Double killing, smashing in a house party. I didn't even know him like that, but I was there. Like, do you know what I mean? There was a big record shop just across the road called Underground. And Randall worked in there, Cool and Flex. I saw Goldie outside there as a kid, and that was way before he was famous. So like in the bits, there's a lot of music, man. There was a lot of active stuff happening, do you know what I mean? So I think it's just part of us. And the originals, they know about it because we were kids under big people doing big stuff already, and even that was still underground. Like, jungle hadn't blown into the international thing it has become, but that was in its infancy as well. So we saw something like that happen. You saw local guys become massive. That's the soundtrack to your life, do you know what I mean? Some of them tunes, at a specific time, you can know some guys were in college, uni, whatever, you can know they were doing that. Or they know I was listening to this tune every day, you know, like, when you've got that tune and you listen back to it, also, something was being formed. It wasn't fully formed, so it was a special time, special music. A lot of those beats, you will never hear anything like it again, or that emotion, it stirred up in you when you heard it, you won't get from a today's beat because it won't be as fresh to you. I think a lot of it was the time it was traveling, because remember, it was big before it was called grime. It was called grime halfway through when there was already massive beats. The original guys, where we did so much underground work and that, it can't be the same. Like, the rave scene ain't the same. There's not as many raves, where before there was a good few raves where you could go and see this thing happen. Now it's limited to certain places, do you know what I mean? So it's changed. Again, the internet has changed it. Where before, people made you big in a different way, where now you can sort of make yourself big. If you know how to up your online presence and look busy online, you can make yourself look big without actually being certified. Where before, you had to be certified. You had to be on those sets. You had to go on this guy's set, that guy's, and get reloads and do all this stuff to be certified. Where now, man, I tell you, I've got more followers than you. I'm bigger than that now, above that. Do you know what I mean? We weren't about followers before. It was about work. It was a good inspiration, because everywhere you looked, there was someone at the top of their game, sort of thing. You know what I mean? You could go. There was a lot of record shops. Everyone that was about was someone, man. I can't even. It's mad. So it was inspirational. A lot of the stuff on King Original, Volume 1, is from a period of where I was making a lot of music, too much to even put out, really. But we was playing them on radio, and they had a fan base. Like, those who listened to us every Sunday, they started picking out tunes, and then from there, they got big, and there was a request for a lot of tunes that if they knew the name, But I don't know, through time, and then the Generals got signed, and then motive sort of changed. Do you know what I mean? It's like time and just time changed. Like, it's one of them things. And then the record business fell out. It all went online, mad on that crazy internet presence. So I even sort of took a gap after that. I was still always making music, but I knew to release music in this day and age would be something different. You need to have other things in place. So I had to sort of wait and get my label back organised and go again, like, do you know what I mean? No, I've always started from fresh, always. Even if I go in and pick, I never save drum kits. Even if I go back in and pick the same sounds, probably, I just enjoy picking, I just like picking drums. I don't know what it is. I like, you know what I mean, Dad? Yeah, it's what yeah. And even when I had big tunes, I ignored, like I didn't use the Prangman kit forever. I could have, and most producers would have. Prangman, they would have had the beat, would have got big, they would have said, right, yes, they like this. I'm gonna keep using that. I never used that kit again. Like, so it's one of them, and I think that's another thing that's added. I think it's subtracted from people knowing my beats because I use so many different things. Unless I put one of those bait sounds or say my name before the tune drops or something, you won't know it's my beat. Because I always change my drums, always. So I think that took away from knowing my beats, because you'd hear one of my beats, think it's sick, but you wouldn't have a clue whose beat it was because it didn't sound nothing like the other one of mine you liked. So I think that took away, but then later on in life, today it's added to it, because even yourself said you heard a couple beats you didn't even know it was me. So there's still a surprise left in my little mix, do you know what I mean? Where you're gonna listen to some of them tunes and think, wow, he made that. Like, yeah, I did. I definitely did. yeah, it's that one.